I'm Keegan, and welcome to Car Combine. Our website is currently under development, but we'll have more news regarding that in the future. But in the meantime, let's check out this 2019 Tesla Model X Long Range. A huge thank you to Victory Ford in Chatham, Ontario for lending us this vehicle today. Victory Ford has a huge selection of Fords and Teslas, including this Model X. If you want to buy this car or any other Ford, please visit victoryford.ca or go to their location at 301 Richmond Street in Chatham, Ontario. Now, you've probably heard about Tesla unless you're living under a rock, whether it's their skyrocketing stock price or Elon Musk promoting Dogecoin. There seems to be a new headline about Tesla every single day. So, Tesla is an electric American car company founded back in 2003. Now, Elon Musk took over in 2008, and then they released the Tesla Roadster, which was the first Tesla. Now, since Elon Musk did take over as CEO in 2008, the company has become the market cap leader in the automotive industry and has found raging success with its vehicles in North America. So today here we have the Model X, which is their big SUV which comes in a 5, 6, or 7-seater layout. But is it a true rival to its competitors like the Audi Q7? Today, let's find out. So let's talk numbers. This Model X 2019 Long Range is for sale for around $114,000, and it's got over 40,000 kilometers on it. Now, being it is a long range model, it has an estimated range of around 475 kilometers. Now, I'm sure many of you are wondering what the 0 to 60 time is, but again, this is a long range, so it'll do it in a mere 3.9 seconds, which of course isn't as fast as a performance model, but it's still absurdly quick for an SUV. Now, if you like minimalism, the Tesla Model X is the car for you. Though it looks kind of futuristic, there's pretty much nothing going on with the exterior, and to be kind of honest, it kind of looks like an egg. Now, one of the neat features on the Tesla Model X exterior is the panoramic windshield, which goes all the way up above the driver and the front passenger. So let's take a look at the windshield from the interior, but first we got to get in the car, which is pretty neat. That's right, the rear doors are falcon wing doors. And the cool part is they have 2 hinges, so if you're in a tight parking spot or in a garage, it'll kind of make its way open around whatever obstacle is in the way so you don't ruin the door. Now, you can't forget about the front doors either. All you have to do is press this little button right there, and it opens right up. So as you can see, the windshield goes from the base all the way up above your heads, which is actually the largest production windshield in the automotive industry. Now, continuing the minimalist theme, the interior is there. There's almost nothing. There's 2 cup holders, there's your window switches, the door handles, and then the big screen. Now, this car is well over $100,000, and I think it's a pretty lackluster interior for that kind of money, even though this is going for a futuristic feel. But some people do like the minimalistic feel. It's not too much coming at your face at once. Now, the screen of the Tesla, though, is really where the fun begins. So let's take a look at some of the features. Now, the screen is where almost all of your driver controls are. You can open all the doors. The trunk, you can move seats, suspension, lights, driving, autopilot. Everything is on the screen. Now, unfortunately, I put the car in valet mode, and you can't take that out unless someone buys and registers the vehicle, so I'm just going to have to talk about some of the features. Again, we talked about there's autopilot, there's fart noises for the turn signal in different seats, which is pretty cool. There's video games, there's a fireplace, you can watch movies on it. There's so many cool features, and this car is essentially the envisioning of a 12-year-old boy put into an SUV, and that's kind of what Elon Musk is. He's just a big kid. Now, a pretty neat feature on the Tesla Model X is the key. So it is literally shaped like a Tesla Model X, but it is a bit finicky to use. So there's one button and you have to press it a couple times for each door. It's a little inconvenient, but is it worth the Model X key? I think so. Now, this car really does bring a fun factor to the SUV market, and that's why they've been able to penetrate and dominate the automotive industry so quickly. Let's go take out the Tesla Model X for a drive. So we are here inside the 2019 Tesla Model X Long Range. Thank you again to Victory Ford for letting us take out this car today. So one thing for both Alex and I, we're both car guys, so going into this review with an unbiased opinion was a little difficult. You know, Tesla is a very, you love it or you hate it, and we'll just say we sway one way. I'm not a huge fan of Teslas, I'll be honest. I think they're lacking in quality control. I'm not a huge fan of electric cars myself, but you know, for a non-car person, this kind of is a good car. The quality isn't there, but it is kind of like a great overall car for someone, again, who isn't into cars and who wants something efficient. When we were accelerating earlier, there was a car next to us, and all we heard was the engine from that, which is just really weird to get used to. You know, having driven the Taycan Turbo S before, I think that kind of like ruined all other electric cars for me because, like, I don't know. it was engaging. It felt like you're driving like a real normal sports car. It felt like driving a Porsche at the end of the day. And it had that sound which kind of made it a more dramatic and involving driving experience. It was more engaging. But there's nothing. One thing for me too is that I am a huge fan of like physical buttons. So when a car company has like very sturdy buttons that you're pressing for, whether it's climate control, radio controls, any of that sort of thing, I'm a huge fan of that. And this has literally nothing except plastic window switches, the plastic controls here for drive mode and the windshield wipers, and the giant screen, which, if I'm being honest, the giant screen is a little bit distracting. You know, the big focus nowadays is like getting your eyes on the road. You don't want to be distracted by your cell phone, whatever the case is. And I feel like this is kind of taking us back. Like, this is a very, very, very large screen, and everything is controlled through here, which is, I think, a little dangerous. For someone who isn't really into cars, I do feel like this is a great car because it's electric, so it's very efficient. Tesla has one of the best it has the best supercharging network in the world. All the superchargers can bring your battery up to 80% in like 15 to 20 minutes, which is pretty cool. You know, again, for maybe even a city car, this would be great, but I don't know. As a car person, it's tough for me to get behind the Tesla wave. Not even the electric car wave, just specifically Tesla. And I noticed that there's a lot of just die-hard Tesla fans. Like, die-hard. It's either Tesla or bust. So we'll go over a few like pros and cons of the Model X. So A, it's very spacious. It is extremely spacious, and the seats are pretty comfortable. I will give it that. Depending on what your taste is, this could be a good looking car if you like the minimalist design. This windshield is actually great for visibility. So in a lot of the times that we're driving these supercars, it's tough to see whether it's a green light, red light, whatever the case is. But this one, you got the whole view going for you. A couple cons: quality, subpar, very subpar. The screen is a bit distracting again when you're driving, which is, you know, what we're trying to sway away from nowadays. I don't know if this car is worth the MSRP it came out at. Like well over $100,000 for this. I don't know. It doesn't feel like $100,000 car. I know it's got all those cool features. It's got the autopilot. It's electric. It's got the Tesla name. You know, brand recognition, I felt like played a huge role in this car even being as successful as it was, because without the brand recognition, people wouldn't, I feel like, buy this car. But it's that Tesla name. I drive a Tesla. What do you think about the car?
I don't think this exactly falls into the range that you're expecting when you get into, you know, this price range. And I think they could have done a lot better job on this. You know, the technology is great. You've got autopilot, you got, you know, everything you could ever want, but I don't think it's worth it for the other parts of the car that aren't as good. I would recommend this car to people that want something that has the technology that they are so used to.
Yeah, like new, fresh, exciting, like something different from the rest of the automotive industry.
Yeah, and most of them don't care about, you know, classic car things like, you know, buttons and dials and knobs. They want what's used to on their phone, which is what you have here. If you're the kind of person that, you know, needs a massive screen in the middle of your car with no buttons, then this is the car for you.
Yeah, that is one thing. You know, I talked about how the screen, that I don't like it, that it is distracting. That's for me personally, but the technology in the screen is actually super intuitive. It's super quick, easy to use. It's super responsive. It's not delayed like a lot of other automotive manufacturers. Right when you touch it, it switches, which I think is really puts Tesla above the rest of the market within the technology space specifically. This car really is tailored towards like a younger generation, like a more modern audience, because it does have all those new features like the giant screen that we're used to with our cell phones. It really does target a very new and niche market within the automotive industry that hasn't really been tapped before, which now you see with like the Mach-E and stuff. A lot of other automotive manufacturers are trying to catch up, which was Elon Musk's goal. He does want to revamp the automotive industry and turn it electric, which, I mean, I personally don't like, but he's doing a good job, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I have a feeling car people aren't the ones reaching out to go buy a Model X at the end of the day, but it is a good overall car. Maybe not for the price, but it is a good car overall. Well, thank you guys for watching. This is our review on the Tesla Model X. Like, comment, subscribe, follow our other social media pages, and go visit victoryford.ca to go buy your next vehicle. Thanks for watching.